Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back. Today we're doing a GC2 compression tank shirt review. So I chose GC2 because I was just checking out different forums and things like that, and I saw some rave reviews about GC2 and I wanted to see what it was like for myself. So I bought the shirt, I took some time to wear it so I can get a good experience with it, and now I'm going to share that experience with you. Now, before we get started, make sure you like and subscribe to my channel, and also check out my blog, livingwithgyno.com, livingwithgyno.com. Hopefully this channel is going to be a good resource for guys to help them with different issues, and also the website itself is really focused on gynecomastia, and just to give you lots of tools in your toolbox so that you can work through this journey with just a little less guessing. So anyway, let's get into this. Here we go. So again, this is a GC2 compression tank. This is the front, this is the back. You're not going to be able to tell other than just it has a general sticker with all that information on it and let you know which side's which. So I got a large. Large tends to be where I sit for most sizings, but as far as the actual design of this shirt is concerned, the stitching and the whole design of the shirt is actually really darn simple. This shirt is just simply focused on chest compression. So what that means is you are really, and you'll see in a minute, but you're not going to get some of those other things that, a lot of these other shirts might be mentioned, like, oh, it helps with your posture, it helps pull in the belly and you can just kind of smooth things out. No, this is just chest compression. And that's not a bad thing. It depends on what your personal needs are. But if you are really just wanting the chest compression, this is your shirt. What I'm going to do next, I'm just going to go ahead and put this thing on, and you'll kind of see exactly what I mean here. Everything's going pretty good, and then right here, it happens every time, it's just getting it right over that chest area, which again, you kind of want that. You want to know that this is where the compression is happening. So again, it's normal to have to really kind of pull a little bit in the beginning, but then it just pops right on down. And again, with the fit of this shirt, you can see it's pretty loose after you get past the chest. You got solid compression here, but then after that, it's pretty loose coming down. Now, if you got a little bit more weight to you, yeah, you might get it to, you might feel it pushing against that because it's still pretty thick material. I mean, it moves, but it's compression wear, so it might hold the belly back a little bit. I can't really say, but as far as just the chest compression, it's got solid compression. It really does. So now the sizing of the shirt. I went to the website to order this shirt. I try to order these types of shirts and products through the websites. I try to stay away from Amazon in general, but the sizing for this shirt I found on the website had 6 different sizes. That's a pretty good range that most guys, almost all guys, are going to be able to find themselves somewhere in there unless you're just really on the extremes of one end. But the average guy, 98% of guys probably are going to be able to find exactly what they're looking for. Now, how they do their measurements is not based on your weight per se, it's really based on the width of your chest. So you're going to need to measure your chest. Now, I don't have a soft tape measure. I would wager that most guys probably don't, or maybe it's just me. But I don't have a soft tape measure where I can just mold it to certain contours of the body. And so I had to get a little creative. You might have to get a little creative too. What I did is I took my laptop charger cord. I just took one end of it and I just wrapped it around there, and I held the longest point. I took my tape measure. I had a Rigid tape measure. You need something to measure. But I had the Rigid tape measure that you might use for different projects around the home or something like that. And I just measured that along with the cord. And it gave me exact measurements for a large, which is usually where I fit anyway. But I wanted to make sure I did it exactly how they told me to do it, so if I had some issues with my sizing, I could let you know. But it turned out exactly to be what I was looking for. So measure your chest if you're going to order this shirt, and just try to get it right. It really doesn't take that long. Just make sure you get a tape measure of some sort and just finagle something to get your sizing just right. Now, the quality of the shirt. Now, I really like that, for me personally, I like that it has a good thick amount of material here, thicker than your average compression workout shirt, I would say. And for me, that just makes me feel a lot more comfortable, and I've put other shirts on top of this, and It makes sure that your nipples aren't showing through your shirt. It definitely takes care of that. And it also just helps with the general compression too. You need a certain amount of thickness so that you do get the level of compression that you're looking for. It's harder to get, substantial compression if you don't have enough material to actually get the compression that you need. So, this shirt, it's thicker than average. Keep that in mind. And the reason I keep saying that is because, thickness does kind of have a cost to it. If you're wearing thick clothing, then it's going to retain more heat. And for me, that's not a huge issue, but if you're a hot body, you're a bigger guy or something like that, and you put on a thick material, then, you might be sweating a little bit more. So you just got to keep that in mind. That might not be a big deal for some guys. It might only be a big deal for certain times of the year. For me, I'm doing this during the summertime, so I did notice, again, I tend to wear tank tops, just general cotton tanks pretty often. But having worn this, I did notice a difference. Okay? Now, next is the adaptability of your shirt. I always like to touch on this because you want to know what situations your shirt, your compression shirt or whatever you're wearing is going to be able to accommodate. So we're not just talking about, is it just good for workouts, or is it just good for, going out and doing casual, or should I just be, whatever it is. So for me, I tried it out for working out. And I had no issues with it. I would say it did what it needed to do. It felt like a compression tank in that respect. So if you want to wear this to work out in, it's not going to be an issue. I'm not going to say like, oh yeah, this was, this was much better than using some other. It worked fine for those purposes. I think it did a good job. But we're talking about gynecomastia. So what I want to know is, for me personally, I'm more focused on when I'm going out per se. When I'm at the gym, I'm focused on trying to get things done. But when I'm out and I'm casual or I'm at a dress event, how does this shirt function? And for me, that's where this shirt really shines. I think that because of the nice strong compression on the chest and then the looser fit down below, I think that works better for casual and dress purposes because when I tuck this thing, it's not going anywhere. Other ones that tend to provide compression around the trunk, they don't tend to stay put. But because this one's loose, once I tuck it, it's going to stay pretty much where I want it to be. I've tried it multiple times and wearing different types of clothing for casual and dress purposes, and it's very consistent. I really like the way that this shirt functions in the casual role. So if I was going to get this shirt, I would be getting this shirt to wear it for casual purposes. I think it's just, that's where it is. That's the go-to. And I think that's what they were going for. I mean, just such a simple design, and then the loose fit, and the strong compression to take care of the main goal of what most guys are buying it for. I think that's what they were going for, and I think they hit the nail on the head. I really like this shirt for that purpose. So now the cost. Of course, I tried to get that whole shopper's experience. I try to do Amazon, not necessarily buy from Amazon, but again, I go through the process of looking up the shirt and all that, and just kind of see how it feels. And it was a pain in the butt. I put the name of the shirt in the search bar, and I get all these different types of fits and things like that, and the order was weird, and then they bring in other types of shirts, and then they didn't have all the sizes on certain ones, and I was just like, you know what, I wasn't going to buy from them anyway, but it was just kind of annoying. And I go to the website, and of course it's all laid out nice and smooth. It's just click, 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 this is what I want, and it was just like that. Now, I will say that, it's a few dollars more, literally like a few dollars, like maybe $2 or $3 more going through the GC2 website, but, and it's probably because of the shipping, honestly, that's really what it was. But what you do get and not necessarily, I didn't get it on this deal, but what you can get, and I'm just trying to get you away from Amazon and get you to think a little bit, because there's this assumption that Amazon has like the ideal pricing for everything, but that's not always the case. I just bought some protein powder, like a lot of protein powder, and it had the same, amount and all that on Amazon, and then I went to a website. It wasn't necessarily the website for the product, but I went to a website for the product, and I got a major discount compared to Amazon for that same product. I found a discount code. Even without the discount code, it was cheaper. But with the discount code on top of that, it was a huge difference in price. So guys, if anybody out there knows about GC2 and maybe they know a discount, I looked, I wasn't able to find one, but if you know of a discount code that somebody can use, throw it in the comments section and let us know about it. I'm probably going to be getting another one of these soon, and you'd be helping me out too if you know of a discount code that you can share with other people and knock down that price a little bit and push Amazon into the bushes somewhere. So check that out. Again, it's going to run you about $27. Mine came almost to $27 for the one shirt. Of course, you're going to multiply that cost, but if you're buying multiple shirts, $100 so you can feel comfortable in whatever it is that you're wearing casually, and to open up your your style and what shirts you wear, and not have to worry about your nipples and your chest puffing out through your shirt. I think that's a pretty darn good exchange. So that's me personally, but I think $100 could make a huge difference in your life if you're concerned about your gynecomastia in that respect. So overall, I absolutely love this shirt for casual. This is my casual go-to now. For me, I use this casual all the time. I'll probably be wearing this shirt, when I go out in a couple hours. It's just a simple design, and it really works with whatever it is that I'm trying to wear in that situation. If I could give this shirt a drawback, which I think this is notable, again, like I mentioned, the thickness is going to change how your body retains that heat, or how your body's ability to get rid of heat. So if you're a hot body, if you're a bigger guy, you'll probably notice that this shirt is holding in some heat, and it might be an issue on those hotter days. If you're not concerned about that, then guys, I would really recommend grabbing one of these. If you're dealing with gynecomastia, grab one and see for yourself. I mean, $27 is that's a pretty, I don't want to say a fix, but it's a pretty good solution for your gynecomastia issues. So guys, hey, thanks for checking out this video. Make sure that you check out livingwithgyno.com, and if you haven't, make sure you like and subscribe. There's going to be more content coming, and I think it's going to benefit you in a lot of different ways. And I just appreciate you guys for checking out this video, and I will see you next time.